Well, not out the driveway near as early as I wanted to be. After, phone calls and everything else going on this morning. Then I found a broken wind guard mount on the baler. Previous owner, no, there ain't no way you're going to see that. I can't hardly see it. Maybe I should have cleaned my windows off. Previous owner had busted up the wind guard a couple of times. And they welded it back up. Part of the mount was apparently broken for a long time. Where there was about 1.5 inch weld, 1/4 inch bead or so, there was less than 1/2 inch long and 1/8 inch thick holding it. And while I'm fueling this morning, I look down and half the bracket's hanging there. It's like, that's great. Then I get it welded up and the frickin' CO2 regulator on the welder is hissing and overpressured. Like, how are you overpressured? You can't be. You're not turned up that high. Turned it down to nothing. It was still doing it. So apparently now my haha extra regulator's toast too. So until I get one of them fixed, I don't have either. I can't do any welding with the MIG. And yeah, I know I'm not going very fast. Square tires on the baler. Going downhill's worse. Uphill it's not as bad. They'll straighten out. Oh yeah, hey, don't you love the way that looks now? If we still had that, cows would be out there and that would have been took off for hay a long time ago. And I can't complain about that. I mean, that's what's left after taking crimson off. All the weeds come back quick. But then we got this. There's weeds down here that weren't never there before, and looks like somebody weed eated part of her driveway though. What a mess. And it's full of tansy, which we always kept that sprayed out. Oh, it is what it is. Not my issue. Until the wind blows when all that tansy goes to seed, and then we have all that seed. So, anyway, I'll bring you back when I get there, maybe. Most likely. Oh yeah, in the bottom of this road. I can't remember the last time the road grader was on this road, but then people fly up and down it. They come off the pavement back there with their foot buried in the throttle and don't take it out. Wonder why it gets so rough. Last year, right up here where it flattens out, county's got packer wheels on the back of the road grader. And apparently they hadn't been paying too much attention to their maintenance program. They lost a section of 3 packer wheels cut across the field up here and down into the brush. The county guy stops and asks me, hey, you know who farms that? Yeah. Oh, well, apparently our road grader lost some parts and they're down there. There were these 3 perfect tire tracks across the field. And I think I chose the wrong gear to come up the hill. That really sucks. I should have known better. Anyway, I came up and looked and, yep, three perfect tracks across the stubble, and there's this hole about, 3.5 feet high and about 5 feet wide right into the brush. I show you, since I'm still talking here and still moving, it's in this little patch here. And I don't know, probably can't see the hole anymore. But they lost it, just past this little walnut tree, I think. Or maybe it was about here. Might have been right in that hole there. Either that or it was that one there in the middle of the screen. Somewhere in there. It was kind of humorous. Took them about 3 weeks before they ever got it out of there. I think they had a tow truck come and a whole bunch of cable. Oh well. Alright, I'll bring you back. Here's the shot I wanted yesterday, but it's easier today. If I could get it for you. Mount hood is right there. You can kind of see it. I'm goofing around in here since I had to rake this without the baler being here. I had to rake the corners out when I was done, so first thing you do is get rid of the corners. And the way this field lays, down there against those trees, always takes longer to dry. We're plenty dry, but the bales are looking good, so running, the meter says 11.3. That's pretty much what it said since I actually got fresh hay in it. What we finished up with on the last field was still at 13%. Sorry, got to concentrate. When that little beep beep goes off, I make sure that those flags on the baler are moving. Otherwise, I got to get out and mess around. And yes, it's dusty. I got you plugged in because my phone was getting tired, getting dead, but otherwise I'd show you better. Yeah, we'll take this one. I decided to knock this end off. Got to make the corners anyway. You know, if I'm following the rake, it's one thing, but you wipe the corners out first, do whatever I want to do. So I'm just doing what I want to do. And I'm actually surprised so far. I think that's either bale 6 or 7 on the ground. I think it's 7. Bales weigh about 1,375 pounds. So you can do the math on that. Usually this shitty grass that's in here doesn't weigh up very much, doesn't yield really well. It's actually doing much better than I expected it to. A couple years ago we got, I was in here twice with the semi with the big trailer. So we got, I don't know, 40 bales off of it, believe it or not. Probably more than a couple years ago. And last year we didn't get too much. I actually raked this. I think I raked it last year with the other set of rakes and put like 6 windrows together. They weren't as big as these are. This is just 2 together. So a 20-foot cut into a windrow. I'm glad I picked the row I did, otherwise it lined me right up on that bale. But anyway, no, I'm kind of messing around before I get down there along the trees. So give it a little. The bad thing is the next field I got to do, I'm going to be late on. Because it was dry. Dang it, I unplugged my phone so I could show you behind me and then quit recording. I missed a spot. Come back and get it. There's the bale that was hanging out. It's a little soft because it's been sitting there half in the baler. There, you can see better than what I was trying to show you. Got the sun on the window. That nice clean window. I leave that like that for Andy Detweiler. I know he likes them nice and clean like that. Really doesn't bother me too awful much, as long as the sun's not on it. Because I like to see what's going in. Oh, and I was talking about that wind guard. See the white paint on it, or gray paint? Right underneath the baler tongue right there is where they broke it. And that's where I just fixed the mount this morning. Yay. So, anywho, dusty, dirty crap. One advantage though, most of the dust is flying away. Well, at least a lot of it anyway. And she's baling good so far. Moisture's 10.8 now. A little better than it was. Not necessarily a lot, but a little. And there, I try to hold my hand still. You see the reflectors bouncing up and down, except for number 3. Number 3 is the one I don't have to change a roll of twine on, because I'm not going to fight that thing every freaking bale. Okay, be blinded looking that way now. So, I'll get you some more later. Maybe when I get into the next field. Thinking about it, I think I lied earlier. We had right at 32 bales, I think, at one point. There might have been a couple more than that. I don't remember for sure. But there's 21 out here today. And it's like 2.5 or 3 acres is all that's here. Even though it was a little short crop, it's still pretty good. I'm not going to complain about it. So 21 at almost 1,300 pounds a piece. Yeah, my head ain't going to do that math at the moment. It's in my phone. Figure it up later. Now for the slow move to the next field. Because I know I can't pull this in 4th gear, so I got to stay in 3rd. And that's some good looking pasture. There's a little green left. Those people have some kind of goat, I don't know what kind, and a couple of them critters to guard them. And nice smooth road, right? That's because there's tree branches in there. There's the goats. They were hiding underneath that tree yesterday too. So anyway, that field's done. And we used to farm that piece too before this guy bought the lower part and put his house on it. I think I said that in another video, and that was fun doing that hill. This thing, when it still had actually tread on the front, was probably just pulling the baler up the hill, literally like 25-30% slippage. And all the weeds out there, nice looking. Oh well, so that when you don't take care of your stuff. Tansy out there and a couple of steers and a couple of alpacas or whatever they are. I don't know. Anyway, off to the next one. I'll bring you back. For quickie here. It used to be the Laurel Valley store. It's been closed for a few years. I really can't tell you how many now. It's been a long time. And first building here used to be the old Laurel School. It's apartments now. Next one's Hill Grange Hall, and I think all they do there is dance classes or something anymore. I don't know. Used to be weddings and receptions, all kinds of stuff like that there. And then here we got the Pot Crow. This place flat out stinks when you get within a mile of it when it's that time of year for them. Used to be a dairy. Used to be a lot of things. The place up here with all the old equipment in the trees. This is the brother's place that buys all the junk and brings it home. His kids have kind of taken over his place. They bring cars and stuff home. Years ago, it actually used to be a nice looking place. But, you know. And place there, that's the other brothers, and it's always a nice looking place, well cared for. The two of them made it come from the same place, and they may be twins, and they're both smart. Both of them got engineering degrees and all that kind of thing, but you know, one of them looks kind of like the old equipment up there, used hard, tossed away when it was done, and the other one, he looks almost like a new piece of equipment. And God, they got to be, if they're not in their 70s now, they're pushing it really hard. I don't think any of the kids want to do anything. And, oh, they cut that for hay. I was going to say they started combine them, but that ain't ready. That wheat looks like it's about ready. And up there on that hill next to those trees, between the trees there, that's some of our oats that is ready. One more thing to do. If there's anybody that did any custom combine, and I just about consider having that done. But nobody around here really does that. I got about 100 acres that's ready to go right now, I think. I also got another 140 or 150 acres of hay to do. So, anyway, there's another view of what they got going on. Still bringing hay in, I see. What I just baled looks better than what they got on the bale wagon. Oh, Anywho, people think I'm going to move over. I'm already on the shoulder. I ain't moving over anymore. I'll run that baler to the edge of the asphalt. That's all the farther I go, which leaves that tire clear in their lane. All right, I'm gonna let you go again. I bring you back. Yeah, not quite as dusty, maybe. Well, actually, this round isn't as dusty. I know there's some out here going to be dirtier. And figures. Number 1 and number 6 are both hung up on the bell hook, so I get to go. One pop. Well, number 6 did. Number 1 didn't. Number 1 doesn't like to pop if it does hang, so that's why I watch those things. See how they move up and down until the bail's about half full. They'll bounce. Then they pretty much quit bouncing. There's enough tension on the twine by then. Except for that one, it sticks straight up. Oh well, I gotta go climb out there and take a screwdriver and pop a bill hook open. I'm gonna say it's a good day so far because 21 bales on the ground up there and I didn't have to get out of the cab except for to take a leak before I left. I hope this isn't the beginning of a bad day. I'd like to finish this and not have too late of a lunch today. Interesting one for you. Drop the bottom twine on number 5. I don't know if you can see, but there's no twine through number 5 needle. There is at number 6. Only 2 twine going to the bottom from here. The other one's hanging right there. It was laid in the chaff. Sometimes that'll happen when a knot tries to come through between balls. They'll hit the tensioner plates right there and get hung up. Not always, but once in a while. So I'm looking, okay, yeah, we just changed balls. Wait a minute. That's number 6. That's number 5. It ain't changed balls. I have never seen this. This happened, yeah, there's a couple inches left, so middle of the ball. That has a knot in it. You tell me how the hell that can happen. That's what just shut me down. It shut me down on this bale that's just starting out, and I didn't catch it because the top, I guess, must have hung long enough to hold the flag down. The fun part is, I'm hoping I can get that knot out. If I can get the knot out, I can get that slack pulled down, and it's got to go with those other 2. I have to go get my screwdriver because it goes through that tensioner. There's a set of geared wheels that runs through that are spring loaded. Then it's got to go down. You see my number 3 hanging. You see number 5 hanging too. Goes down through a little pulley in that. Then comes back up and goes between the 2 pulleys and the end of the needle. And to get her done, I got to get it through that and then pull it clear back here and tie it off where we've tied off before. This is a really messy, crappy, dirty job in a clean field. I got to clean all that off or it's all going to be in my face and down my shirt. I'm going to try to get the knot out first and get a bunch of slack down here. Sometimes I can do it by laying on the needles, but I ain't that small a boy. I fit in there. I can rethread the needles from there without any trouble. But I probably got to crawl underneath the front side to get it through the tensioner and get it down through that tensioner arm. Then come around here and get it threaded through the needle and pulled back. So, yay. And I don't know how hot it is now, but all you got to do is step out of the cab and you're instantly sweating. And it's noon. Moisture's still all right on this stuff. It's still baling good. And I'm still doing corners. I did 2 rounds, well, a round and a half around the outside. Started corners. I've got like, I think there's 16 bales on the ground. And luckily, the nursery hasn't watered since the other day. It was running 12, 13% where they had watered before, and the rest of it's running 10 and 11%. And there's you some view. Let's see, the other field I was in is straight through there and down and almost in the bottom of a canyon on the other side over there. I don't know how many miles it is. It's a mile from here down to the store. So it's probably almost 3 miles, I guess. And home, straight through there. It's 1 mile off from the road I'm on right here. Right on the other side of the nursery here. You see the arborvitae down there. That's the road we're on. It's 1 mile and I'm home. Plus the distance here. Fun job. Any of you skinny little buggers want to come do this for me, hurry up. Yeah, I know, by the time you watch this, I already did it. So, anyway. Hopefully get you some more. Hopefully I don't end up with an hour-long video. But you never know. I mean, I could do that too. You'll watch the first 5 minutes and you won't even see this. 15 minutes later, number 5 is where it belongs. Tied back to the carriage. This whole thing goes up into the bale. That's what takes the twine up. And then those rollers at the end of the needle is what lays it into the knotter so it can grab it. So, yay. I didn't get too frickin' messy. Thank God I got a good working zipper on this hickory shirt, otherwise I would really be full of stuff. But, you know, 'tis what it is. Not something anybody wants to try to do. Bad enough when they're cleaned up and you're in the shop on a concrete floor on a creeper, which usually doesn't fit into there. So, hey, back to baling. Hey, I'm almost done. It's almost 1 o'clock. Moisture's still okay. We're hanging right at 10%. Anything below that, bales aren't very good. And oh yeah, that stuff in the background you didn't hear, that was for TNR Red Angus. He's been jamming in his videos lately. Something I found a couple years ago, and hey, you don't mess with the baler gods, man. For some reason, this baler likes rock music better than country. I don't know why. I don't care which one I listen to. I listen to all of it. I don't like a lot of that new crap. But last few years, if I'm listening to number 5's hung up, damn it. If I'm listening to rock, I have a lot less trouble with the baler. And number 5's got a, I don't think it's hung there. It wasn't hung on the bill hook, it was hung on the twine arm. Unfortunately, they come off the bill hook and then get caught on the twine arm and you think they're hung up. It takes it a few strokes to knock it loose. But I only got, hey, look at that, 3 rounds left. And like there's 40 bales on the ground. And that pain in the butt. C ink. It means there's an issue with the hydraulics, either in the tractor or in the baler. Been fighting that for 2 years. Had them test stuff on the baler, it tests fine. We're actually on the new valve on the baler, or on the tractor. Thought that was the issue before, was the old valve. Then this new valve, for some reason, doesn't want to work in the right direction for how I'm used to. Which, yes, that does mess me up. Kind of like these bales in the wake. I got one little spot I want to catch going back over to this other windrow. And it was in between bales. It's also lined up with the windrow, but I got to make a pretty tight turn to do it. And maybe I can pick up a little of this. I miss a little once in a while because I don't run the pickup all the way down. I've got it set so when it's to the ground, we pretty much don't pick up too much dirt. But then I lift it just a little bit, like about 1.5 inches or so. Oh, now number 5 is stuck on the bill hook. Go figure. I leave it up just a touch, So if I get into something too heavy and I start slipping the stuffer clutch and plug it up, I can open it, which it settles. It's already down, but I usually up like that if you saw it. Then if I do get plugged, that little bit right there, I'll just keep playing with the lever. That little bit, when I open it back up, is just enough that I can usually play with the PTO and power it out instead of having to get out and dig it out. So, okay, I'm going to call this field done as soon as done for you anyway. As soon as I go out there and pop that bill hook. At least it hasn't been too bad today. I don't know, maybe 4 times here. I don't know. That's still too much, but it hasn't always been that one. It's been number 1 and number 5. And these bales look way better. That happens a lot. Stuff looks way better in the bale than it does before you cut it or in the windrow. So anyway, probably call that the end of the video. It's probably going to be 25 minutes long. Sorry about that. So, hey, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and, what everybody else says.